This package just came in the mail right here. When I first bought the T100, I made a list of all these things that were just must-dos, and there's been one thing missing from that list. It is in that package. So we'll get to that in just a minute. But before we do that, I just want to say really quick, thanks to all my viewers. You guys are amazing. I posted a video the other day. I asked you guys a bunch of questions for some information, and the outpouring of support, information, answers, your guys' knowledge that you shared with me is just a testament to the fact that the Toyota Fanatics YouTube channel has some very smart, very informed viewers. So thank you guys so much. Seriously, hats off to you guys. I received more knowledge than I could have ever got. It's nice to know that there's a lot of high mileage T100s out there also. You guys are incredible for keeping these things going for so long.
85.
No way it has 919,000 miles on it.
Could be.
Yeah.
They're the best.
It's too clean.
They go for 1,000,000 miles.
Yeah.
Anyways, this truck's been sitting out on the street for a week. I'm telling you guys, I don't think I'm doing justice with it right now. This thing is so dirty. One of those ones where I go like this. Yes, this is how this thing is supposed to be. I know some of you guys are like, no, it's not supposed to be covered in dirt, but nope. This thing, black, looks so good. What happened to my poor tires right here? They were all shined up a little while ago. It looks so much better. All right, now that the truck's all clean, let's go into this thing. Hey, I want to say something. Today is a super important day. My channel is finally monetized.
You did it! Congratulations!
It took 1 year and 40-something videos. It's been a wild journey. At the beginning, the first video, I was just going to do one video, and I ended up having a monetized YouTube channel a year later. It's been wonderful. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you guys so much. You know, the other day, my wife bought me, I said I needed a new drill, and she goes and buys me this, but it's a hammer drill. I have no experience with a hammer drill. If any of you viewers out there know anything about a hammer drill, can this just be used as a regular drill? Is it heavier than a regular drill? I don't know, but a hammer drill, how cool is she though? And she got me that, and she got me that, so that's pretty awesome. But what we're here for is this right here. Let's grab our handy dandy shank, and what's in here, you guys? There's a little joke earlier. I said the key to completion. I think I said that, but this is the real key for the T100. This is a real key. I mentioned in the old video, if you're going to be driving a 25-year-old truck, get used to having a metal key like this. And I don't want to get used to having a metal key like that. I want a real key. I believe this is the exact key that truck came with. And this thing was like $5 on eBay. Why didn't I do this earlier? It doesn't have a chip in it. You know, I had to get a new key made for my Tundra. It was a couple $100. These days, modern vehicles with the chips and all that stuff in the key, it's a big deal. But you can just go get this thing cut, and I will have an OEM key. I really like the hard plastic right here. This completes the list that I made. I'm gonna do a bunch more stuff to that truck, but getting this key and not having a funky metal key like this is huge for me. Truck looks great. Like I mentioned before, we finally got some blue skies today, so it finally made it worthwhile to come out and wash this thing. And just wow.
Wow.
Looks great. We still definitely need to do the Tundra soon. This thing, ooh, I didn't even notice that. But this thing is absolutely as dirty as the black truck, but you know, this white hides it well, and this thing hides nothing well. Talk about what a nightmare it was to get that key cut right there. I had no idea what I was getting into there. For you guys out there that want to know what the factory key is for the T100, 90999-00185. It is the correct key. All right, so I thought I was just going to walk into any old store and get this thing cut. We started out going to Outdoor Supply Company, where I met a nice guy named Harvey, and he laughed in my face when I said, yeah, hey, so I have this key and I want you to cut it on this one. He said, we only cut keys that we sell here, and pretty much just household keys. There's no way I'm having anything to do with that. Have a good day. Our next stop was to the old Toyota dealership, where I was again met with terrible news. He said they do absolutely no key cutting there. I have two options. I can go order it with my VIN number from Toyota and they'll cut it for me. $195. He doesn't really know any place that cuts keys, especially not automotive keys. He said, I'm pretty much SOL. So, as you guys can see, this was a cool TRD keychain from eBay, and it already fell apart. So I go over to Home Depot. Well, you know what, let's go see if this thing even works, and then we'll talk about the journey getting it. It worked! See if it starts her up. Oh yeah. gotta tell you guys about my experience. Walk into Home Depot, it's Saturday afternoon, and it was super busy in there. And I went over to the key cutting, like kiosk where the machines are, and there was nobody there. So I actually went and waited in line. Okay, I waited for like 2 people, very respectful. Went up to somebody, I said, hey, I'd like to inquire about, you know, getting a customer service person over to the key department. Dude called over the phone. I went over there, stood there for a couple minutes. See the guy who works there walking up on me. Some other idiot walks up holding this stupid little poodle dog. The guy that works there walks up to him and goes, hey, can I help you? And he goes, yeah, I'd like to get this key cut. It's very rare that I do this, but I said, hey, I actually had you called, you know, over the thing. I said it, you know, kind of a funny way. I said, hey, I actually had you called, you know, for me. They both look at me like I'm crazy, and they proceeded to cut the dude's key. So I wait patiently, and as soon as we finish up, this guy comes over to me. You know, he's like mid-50s, kind of hippie guy that works there. And I told him, I said, hey, I want to have this Toyota key. I have this blank. Here's my other key. And he looks at me like I'm crazy, you know, like he's probably worked there for 50 years. He's never done one thing but cut a house key. And I'm coming in there asking him about this T100 key. And so anyways, this is a move, you guys. This is a move I'm gonna share with you guys. I do this far too often, unfortunately, but I said, hey, I actually called here earlier and talked to somebody, and they said you could do this for me. So, you know, and he was like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, the way that we charge to even cut the key is that we sell you a key. I scan the piece of paper on that blank key, and it comes with a free cut. So I wouldn't even know how to do this. It's not something we do. And so I kind of look at him, and he kind of looks at me, and then he kind of looks around and goes, all right, let's give it a shot. Let's see if I can bypass the machine. So he grabs a house key, scans it, lets him into the machine. Now I had just listened, the guy I didn't like with the poodle, I had just listened to his key being cut, and it made a very specific noise in the machine, you know, and you could tell when he started cutting this Toyota key, this thing was struggling trying to get through this key. It's a much thicker key. So him and I both were like, dang. But a couple minutes later, finishes up, he pulls the key out, kind of looks around, hands it to me, and goes, all right, man, have a good day. So of course I went up to the counter and I paid for their services, but Home Depot came through. Home Depot hooked it up. So I had no idea what a nightmare it was getting a key cut, especially if you already have the blank and you're trying to get it cut for a vehicle. Apparently this is not something easy. I don't know. I did have to get a key made for the Tundra when I got it, and it had a chip in it. That thing was like $345. That was a little bit of a nightmare. Guy had to actually hook a laptop up to the truck and get that one done, but that's okay because that's a new vehicle. It's a whole different ballgame. But I was thinking for this old Toyota pickup, it would be a lot easier, but it was not. But Home Depot hooked it up. Thank you, Home Depot. Appreciate it. Anyways, that's that. So you can tell that this Toyota key, the new one I got, it's a little bit thicker. I'm gonna go ahead and sand it down a little bit, but it works perfect, and couldn't be happier. So got the key and we're all good. If you look at the old worn out key, you know what's weird is both keys I have are not even the factory metal keys. It'd be interesting to know if this ignition's been changed out or whatnot. But anyways, so this key, it's all nice and rounded off everywhere. And you look at this new one I got, I mean, this thing is solid. You can see the cuts are kind of rough. Since it's an old ignition and old key door locks is probably what helps it work better. But yeah, this is a thick key right here. I'm gonna sand it down a little bit, but it works good. All right, like I mentioned before, thank you guys so much, all my viewers, subscribers, for making it possible for me to get the channel where it's at, monetize it. Super happy about that. I never had any intention of making any money with the channel, and I still don't care. My #1 priority is just sharing my hobby with you guys. I'm a total Toyota fanatic, been this way for 20 plus years. I've been doing this long before I was recording it and sharing it with you guys. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the channel. If you're new, drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. All right, one last thing we're gonna do today is I've showed you guys this before. If you open the tailgate and then you try and shut it, it just bangs there until you lift up the handle. Very interesting tailgate right here. You can see that there's this mechanism when you pull in the handle. There's one of these on both sides, and people are saying you just need to lube those things up and the whole tailgate will come back to life. So let's see. All right, here goes nothing. Oh, wow. Wow, did you guys see that? Wow, instant replay. Oh man, my viewers, you guys are the best. One last thing, you guys, I took this key and I sanded it down a little bit with some fine sandpaper, and it fits perfect now. I was telling you guys it was super tight when you put it in, you could just tell, but no, this thing's good enough to be the primary now. All right, cool. If any of you guys got started on the channel because of this truck right here, I want you guys to know it is alive and well. I just pulled it out. It is a beautiful sunny day. The hostile rages cleaned up really good. So yeah, we gotta do more content on this, but it's been busy lately and that dang T100's taking all my time, but we'll definitely get back to this thing. I would like to do a lot more stuff to it in the future. All right, later guys.